As you can see, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Yesterday we reacted to FREDO actually, you know what I'm saying, addressing the rumors for the first time, I assume. So now they say he's saying he got receipts that he didn't scam that boy. I can't remember his damn name and why he didn't pay him. So let's check it out. Oh, wrong screen.
If you haven't already seen my first video regarding this situation, make sure you go check it out. I literally go through detail from start to finish, my relationship and everything that I had going on with Ebola. But in the first video, I did not share any receipts or text messages or anything like that. Like this text message here on May 31st.
Christian went to the hospital today and has COVID. He's coughing a little, but we didn't. It's 6 a.m. for him.
Only a couple of days away from my premiere date. Basically him telling me how he can no longer edit the show and how I should seek to get professional help. In this video, I'm only gonna be sharing receipts and talking about why Ebola was not paid regarding the reality game show house. Anything that had to do with the second channel, all the information is in the first video, so go watch the video, go check it out. I'm gonna do a little speed update so you guys can understand again how we got here. I hired Ebola to help me produce and edit my reality show, the reality game show house. There were never any contractual agreements placed in place. Everything that me and Ebola had worked out were all just verbal agreements. And Ebola basically agreed that he would help me produce the show, and once the show was done being produced, he would also help me edit the show. Ebola did not pay for anything regarding my show whatsoever. I paid for everything, $100,000 in expenses. Now, initially, me and Ebola did not agree to any specific financial compensation regarding the reality show and editing the reality show because it was all like a new thing. You know, we had worked on YouTube videos in the past and I would pay him like $500 to edit for a YouTube video. But a reality show, just like something different, especially if he had a deeper involvement with the show, like, you know, producing and things like that. So didn't really have a number in it. We did kind of throw up some ideas about like maybe giving him a percentage of the show or certain little things like that. But remember, that was all based on the idea and the verbal agreement that not only he would help produce and also edit my reality show completely. If you don't already know this, the things that me and him agreed upon were never fully completed. He did help me produce the show, but when it came to the editing, I never got one single episode. I never got any completed projects with him whatsoever. And in fact, basically quit on the project midway through because he just simply did not have the editing resources in order to fulfill something like a reality show. Reality show is something that's very complex. It's not as easy as a YouTube video. And I kind of explained these things to him in the beginning that I did not feel like he had the professional sources to make my reality show come to life. And long story short, it just helped to be true. I'm gonna show you guys all the text messages that I have with Ebola, but I want you guys to remember
Ebola had the world in a headlock, the YouTuber in a headlock. But they thought you was playing that, man.
Remember that I'm not really a huge texter to begin with. Most of the conversations that I had with Ebola was on the phone or on Discord calls. I filmed my reality show like the end of April, like April 26th. Finished up with production like right before May. The goal for the reality show was to take the entire month of May, have the show be edited by Ebola and his team, to be completely ready by June 1st. So we're gonna start with the first text message being in May, okay? May 1st. Text messages in early May, as I'm gonna show you here, these are about the little projects that I'm working on for like YouTube videos, or it's me sending him certain things for the reality show. I'm not really discussing the reality show and the editing of the reality show too much in the beginning because it's the beginning. Like when you're editing something of that stature, when it's really big and there's a lot of editing, I don't expect them to have a full project within a day. Around the middle of May, this is when things started to get a little iffy for me, okay? Started to get to a certain point where I was wasn't seeing any progress whatsoever. On Thursday, May 12th, I'm pretty sure that at this point, I was spamming his phone, I was calling him, and I was trying to get some sort of update. Basically told me that he's at the gym, he's syncing the dog scenes, and I respond with, get on your shit, Itolo. At this point, around May 12th, it's now been 2 weeks since he started the editing of the reality show. I have not seen one cut of one episode, I haven't seen a trailer, I haven't seen anything, nothing. It's been 2 weeks and I haven't seen any progress, any work. Get me a little bit anxious, you know. The timeline date for the reality show was in June. We're already halfway through the months and I'm not seeing anything. We ended up at some point that night hopping on a call. He gave me an update. Ebola basically tells me that him and his editing team are having so many issues that they haven't even really started the project. They're still trying to figure out ways to sync clips, to do this, do that. Now, this was the big first red flag for me, okay? If he really felt like he couldn't complete the project and he didn't have the necessary resources to do it, I think like now would be the time to tell me. Shouldn't just keep dragging on and on and on, getting closer and closer and closer, because the longer you're making me wait for an episode, the longer you're making me wait to try to pivot and find a different editing team, you're only putting me in a bad position at this point. Moving from May 12th to May 16th is when I get the next update regarding the reality show. This big update I get on my phone is Monday, May 16th.
Hey, everything's going well. He has started editing. From the house. Call me at the no data. Call me. Also can't seem to find Mac Fesnook on Discord. Okay.
It says, hey, everything is going well. He has started editing. Okay, so the entire time in the beginning, there was no editing even being done because the editors were having problems syncing files, syncing clips, syncing audios, doing all these things to even make editing, you know, like easy for the editor. If you're reading from my message here, May 16, he didn't even start fully editing the project, the first episode, until May 16th. I'm now over 2 weeks. The reality show has been filmed and editing hasn't officially started until May 16th. At this point, May 16th, moving forward, I'm thinking, okay, they done figured out all their little issues, all their little problems that they have. Now they can just work on the reality show, just edit whatever this guy needs. I'm gonna be able to send it to him. I'm sending him different things like, you know, confessionals, because I'm working on the extra little things that I had to work on in between while the show is being done, like making sure they get the confessionals, making sure I get thumbnails done, all of that stuff like that. Also, I'm already in the idea of my next reality show. So while they're editing that, I'm already jumping the gun on how am I gonna do my next reality show. I was thinking about doing a love show. If y'all would love to see that, let me know, because I'll work on that next. But for now, May 20th, I haven't seen anything yet. I'm only getting like these little tiny updates on what's going on with the show. And
why are you coloring before editing? Right, okay.
That's it. May 23rd comes and he says, basically on May 23rd, the editor is explaining how, you know,
damn, boy.
At this point, it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of resources to make a reality show come to life. One editor cannot complete that job. And this is something that I knew from the start. What I know from Itolo's editing team, he only had one editor working on the project. The one editor that he had working on the project was in a whole different country. I think the guy could barely even speak English. It was bad, okay? And I know what you guys are thinking, like, Fredo, why didn't you just go with someone else? And the question is simple. I did reach out to different companies, and I did reach out and try to find someone to edit my reality show. I did not want this to be in Ebolo's hands whatsoever. I got in a situation where the people that I wanted were not available. They were busy, stacked up with different projects. Ebolo helped me film and produce the reality show. So he actually lived and breathed and saw everything that had to go on with the show. So if it's somebody that I would want to edit the show, would be someone that was actually there. Ebolo was actually there, but the problem with Ebola is that he just simply did not have the professional resources in order to make it come to life. It was bad, and I was so deep and I was so far in that there wasn't no turning back at this point. He finally started editing the show May 16. I'm just praying and hoping for the best at this point. May 24th, this is the message that I get from Ebolo. Saw the video, not worth watching. Needs a lot of revisions. I won't bore you with it. Going to have to talk with him. He needs to work on weekends to pull this off. I just simply respond, Jesus. Get it together, Itolo. It is now May 24th. I'm praying and hoping to have this released by June. At this point, I know June is not possible. I'm thinking, you know, July maybe, fucking August, nigga, something, nigga. Like, at this point, I know June is not gonna happen. It's like May 24th. And I'm trying to think of when did I actually get the chance to finally see something? Like, I don't know if it's coming up here soon, but like, when I finally did get to see your project, bro, it was fucking horrible. I get a text message from Ebolo saying, found an editor who can do better, check. He's worked on many reality shows. And I just, at this point, like, I'm just fed up, bro. It's May 24th. I haven't seen shit. I'm like, bro, I'm not even going to watch it, bro. At this point, like, I'm fucking pissed. I've been, like, through the ring around, through the run around for, like, weeks now. And he literally could have just told me way back when, like, hey, I can't do this shit. I tell Ebolo, just get it done. You wasted weeks just to say that you need someone else to edit. Like, he responds with, he's able to work on weekends and says he can do the episodes in 4 to 5 days. He has Final Cut Pro and can most likely receive the XML files. I basically respond, this basically tells me that you didn't believe in your own guy the entire time. I don't know, to me, it just told me that he didn't believe in his guy. He doesn't think his guy needs to get it done, or he wants to add more editors to the project. So he says no, and I said yes, because how the fuck did you find this guy? He says, believed in him, that's why I was disappointed. So he's basically saying that he believed in his editor, but he's disappointed because his editor has failed the job. It's a bad reflection on Ebolo as well. He has someone, like, remind you, like, I don't think you guys know this. Ebolo is not the editor. Ebolo is just someone that finds people to edit for him, okay?
So I watched the video that man Ebolo put out, bro. That man said he was the editor, bro.
Hey, Ebolo runs a production company. Actually, I didn't make that clear, but Ebolo is not the editor. He says, found a guy a couple hours ago and talked with him. I've been up talking with him to see if he can do this. Now he's talking about logos for the show. Tell me if you like anything. I'm telling him, bro, just give me a fucking call, dog. Like, what am I looking at, bro? You're sending me editors while your editor should be editing my reality show. You're disappointed in this nigga. You don't believe in this nigga. I damn sure don't believe in this nigga. I don't believe in anything that Ebolo has to say at this point, because for weeks now, I just been in the runaround. I've been like literally just waiting for something. I haven't gotten anything. I just I don't know, like I don't know if I should be upset. I don't know if I should just start looking for somebody else at this point. Maybe I should have. Maybe it is my fault that I didn't go seek for help sooner. But at the same time, Ebola kept promising me certain things, telling me that he would get the show done, that he would add this person, he would do this and he would do that, and just kept stringing me along. Now this part right here, this is where shit gets interesting. This is where shit just really starts to crumble. Yeah. This is when I realized, like, I know it's like the end of May, but this is when it's more of a reality that I am absolutely fucked, okay? Remember around like the last like 5 days of May, I'm blowing up this nigga Ebola's phone. I'm blowing up this nigga's phone, bro, because it's crunch time, dog. I remember calling his phone every single day and I'm getting nothing. I'm getting no answer. I'm not getting no nothing. All I would get was just simple text messages back like, hey, I can't pick up the call currently, blah, 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 such and such, blah, blah, blah. Like you can see here on May 25th. At this point, I'm fed the fuck up. It's just very clear that ain't shit getting done. Like at a certain point, you just gotta accept ain't nothing getting done. On May 29th, June is coming like a motherfucker. I still haven't seen shit. I literally text this bro. I literally text dude, I need to see the show. I need to see something, nigga. Ebola texts me and says, not having a meeting tonight. We'll have it tomorrow. Video will be a minimum of 35 minutes. The video doesn't need to be that long, doesn't need to be more than 35 minutes. And why the fuck are you not having a meeting today when we're 4 days away from June 3rd? Yeah. We need the first episode done and the trailer done way before June 3rd. It is May 29th. I don't know why I still have any hopes in Ebola. Why the fuck that I believe anything was gonna get done? I don't know. It had to be because every time I would talk to this dude, he would get on the phone, like, cause Ebola's really good at talking. If anything that nigga know how to do, that nigga know how to talk his ass off. He was constantly convincing me like, yo, man, we're gonna get the show done. The first episode looks beautiful. I got this editor, I got that editor, no worries. We're gonna get the show done. Bro, it's May 29th. I haven't seen shit. And I think, you know, what he's referring to, he says we're not gonna have that meeting that night. I think that we were supposed to have the meeting on May 29th, now that I think about it. And he was supposed to show me everything that night. He literally sent me the message saying we're not gonna have the meeting that night. The video is gonna be no more than 35 minutes, blah, blah, blah. It's just the same shit the nigga's been doing for the entire month. All right, I put out my concerns to this nigga and he tells me video's already good, just need to finish the K9, cut it down, the night events down more. This episode 1 will be fire. This is Ebola's words on May 29th. This will be fire, okay? I was supposed to see it that day. I never got to see it. Now we're just gonna keep going on, all right? We are now May fucking 30th, bro. Monday, May 30th. Oh my fucking God. I cannot make.
Damn, what happened to the damn computer? Ebola had a lot of shit going on.
This shit up. This shit is not photoshopped, okay? This is not photoshopped. This is the actual text message that this motherfucker sent me, bro. I can't make this up, bro. I wish I could. This nigga sends me a picture of a fried computer the day that I'm supposed to see my reality show for the very first time after weeks of going through the ringer with this dude. This nigga literally sends me a picture of a fried fucking computer saying, going to get my laptop fixed, LOL, will call you when he's awake and ready. I just respond, Jesus, nigga. Bro, because at this point, nigga, it's May 30th. The only person that can help this situation is Jesus. That was earlier in the day. I'm calling Ebola all day long. I'm getting no response. The nigga not answering at all. I have no idea what's going on. I'm supposed to see the show today. I still haven't seen the fucking show. It is now 7:38 p.m. at night. I text him, are you ready? He responds with, a lot of things has happened today. I'll send the video to you in a bit. You'll like it, but there's a few things that have to change. I'll explain once I'm free, but the video will be sent in a few hours at most. This is May 30th at 7:38 p.m. Long story short, May 30th, I am waiting, I'm waiting, I'm waiting, and I am getting nothing. Ebola hasn't sent shit. 29th, May 30th was one of the last days that I was just like, bro, I gotta see something and I have to see something now. And it constantly was excuses. May 30th, I was calling them all day. The nigga sends me a fried computer, sends me this text message, send me that, and I'm still not seeing shit.
I would stop texting
it's
nigga
over.
Right there,
it's looking like it's over. $70,000 wrapped up into content with this guy. This dude has literally put me on a fucking roller coaster with this shit. At this point, I literally just given up. I've given up on Ebola, all right? Yes, do I want to see the project that he's been working on and pray and hope we can get this out by June? Yes, reality, I have no hope in Ebola whatsoever. None whatsoever. May 31st, this is the infamous text I just been waiting for. I was just simply waiting on the day that bro could just admit to me that he just simply couldn't do it, just so I could move the fuck on, take the L, and just go outsource for another editor. I was waiting for this date, and May 31st, I finally get the text that confirms everything that I thought since the beginning, but here we are. 30 fucking days later, actually more than 30 days, probably like 40 days later, and finally, this is the message from Ebola. Christian went to the hospital today and has COVID, all right? If you don't know who Christian is, again, that is Ebola's editor. Was coughing a little, but we didn't think it was serious at all. Another editor is getting the XML file and sending the video to you. Currently, I don't think we should upload the first episode on June 3rd. I think the best thing is to hire an actual team that specializes in this. I already know one episode takes 1 week minimum to do, and even with these other editors, we risk getting behind. But bro, I'm telling you, this show won't be like season 3 of Ken and JC. I've had a couple color graders work on a trial, and the best it will look is normal in quality. We need to get better cameras, get better lighting when filming. With how it is, it will be similar to season 2. Sound is low-key messed up. We 100% need to hire a sound guy next time. It's not terrible, but once in a while, it's not working right. We kind of fixed it, but it still has issue. Let's make sure the videographers sync the videos before we start editing. We have the first episode basically edited, but Christian has tried but can't even edit more, quotes, because of COVID. And I don't want to put all my trust on editors who I don't fully know. Not a good idea. I'm honestly exhausted staying up till 5 a.m. every day for 3 months talking with dozens of people for one episode. This is a bit too much for me. I sent a voice message to you, but I guess these delete for real on here. I'm mentally exhausted. The trailer is being worked on and should be sent today. Please watch Christian's video and tell me what you think. It should be by the time you wake up or a bit later. But bro, let's get professionals to handle this. By the way, my computer stopped working, so I spent 6 hours trying to fix it. It didn't work. There's a lot of behind the scenes that I'm doing, trying my best, but we have to figure out a better way of doing this. I'm seeing people dish you on YouTube and
whoa, he dissed him too. Ebola dissed him too.
They don't realize Fredo is back. They don't realize you will come with a banger. The issue is since Christian won't be editing much after this, these other editors can't create the banger feeling. I would rather be late and make a better video than post something mid. Also, I'm noticing every single editor, including the Americans ones, without supervision of the highest, easily mess up on everything. They don't have our brains. When talking with Christian for 3 hours at a time, I noticed that when saying something he won't completely understand. Mind you, the nigga editor barely speaks English, okay? I'm giving all this advice because I don't know if I can mentally keep going like this. I love the show too much, but my mind and body needs rest. This is all I think about, and it's just not healthy. I hope the next conversation we have isn't mocking or screaming because I will just hang up. The next time we talk should be about finding a solution to these problems, making the best video possible. Hope you read everything carefully. Understand that's going on what I said. A lot has happened today. Itolo sends this message May 31st at 1:45 a.m. I was supposed to get the edit that same night on May 30th. I never received it. This is the big long message that I finally received after a month. After a month of fucking headaches. He literally, he didn't even have to go through all this shit. All you had to do back in May 16th to just say, bro, I can't do this shit. I can't do it. Like there was no gun put to his head. There was nothing forcing him to do shit. If he simply could not do it, just admit it. I can't not do it. But he tried for so long that the nigga damn near drove himself crazy for 30-something days. And nigga damn
so whole time he just wanted to be acquainted with you, bro.
It drove me crazy because I knew he couldn't do it. I simply respond when I wake up. I wasn't even mad at this point. I wasn't even upset. I knew the nigga couldn't do this shit. It's been like 40 fucking days since we started this project. I can't even be mad at him. I can't even be mad at nobody but myself, okay? At this point, I knew I should have just hired a professional team from the start. Ebolo is not that. Ebolo does not have that. Ebolo does not edit. He just hires random motherfuckers across the country and pray that they can understand and complete these projects when in reality, they can't handle big professional workloads. And that's just the bottom line of the truth. Have I gotten good edits from Ebolo? Yes. On just simple, basic YouTube projects, I've gotten some good YouTube videos. But professional workload, no. Hell no. At this point, I knew that I can't blame, I can't even just fully blame him. This shit done went on for way too long. I'm not getting the show out in June, my nigga. This shit is dead. This shit is over. Him ended up having a phone call and, you know, basically just start the journey on how we can move forward. Even in my text messages on June 1st, I'm already making the phone calls to go try to get with different editors, all right? But basically, that was it with the entire saga and everything that I had to deal with editing, which is a huge reason why.
Hold on, I look kind of buff in that shirt, what?
A lot of the shit that happened with my reality show and a lot of the things that happened with me last year happened the way that they happened. Because of this big, long saga of me having tons of money wrapped up into a project and me having this agreement with Ebola that, you know, he would not only help me produce the show, but he will also help me edit it and help me get it out in the beginning of June. This is a huge reason why he never received any payment for the reality show.
I don't blame you.
Ebola told me that he just simply couldn't do it. I had to go find different editors, all right? When you find different editors, as you can see, my nigga, not everybody's gonna be able to understand this shit. Not even the big companies, they're not even gonna be able to understand it. It took me 3 tries to find the perfect team. I did not find the perfect team until like August, bro. And then I did not get my show out into November, okay? That's months. That's months. June, July, August, September, October, November. 6 months of my fucking life, bro. I was dealing with this crisis of finding a different editing team, spending money. I'm talking bread, bro. You got to remember when you're dealing with these high level companies, 15, 20, 30,000, $40,000, nigga, this is a lot of money, okay? I would hire a new editing team, bro. $20,000, they would start the project. Them niggas sucked. I had to go to somebody else. That's a month wasted. Try someone else. That nigga wastes a month of my time. I finally found the correct person in August. $30,000. Pay these people. They edit the show. I get it. I don't, but I don't at this point. I don't get it out until November, bro. I was already $70,000 of production already in the hole. Okay. Yeah. Now you put me in a position where I got to go spend even more money on a whole different editing team. $30,000. $100,000 into a reality show that motherfuckers wouldn't even care that much about is too much fucking money. That is a terrible investment. It got to a certain point where I was done investing into the show. I was completely done. I was done spending money on that situation anymore. I hit my limit, nigga. $100,000 on a reality show, nigga, I'm done. Now I go spend $30,000 on a whole different editing company that I had to pay. And now Ebola is asking me for payment, all right? He's not asking me for payment for the...
To be honest though, I can't keep waiting for money. I'm running out of money. I need to be paid as soon as possible. Both the reality show and the second channel. I love you, but I can't wait forever. What time is the video coming out? Update. Do you have Zelle?
editing, but now he's asking me for payment for the production side of the show. Part of me wanted to pay this nigga really bad, but I just did not know what that number is. Me and Ebolo, we would talk, and I would try to figure some things out, and I felt bad because yes, he helped me produce the show, all right? He was a huge help, and I'm thankful for that. Just simply didn't have any more funds to invest in this show. I just didn't, nigga. I was done. Me and Ebolo, we had some conversations, and he came up with some numbers based upon like what professional TV producers get paid. So I guess professional TV, he sent me some shit about professional TV producers get paid like $6,000 a month or some shit like that. All right, Ebolo is not no professional helper. Okay, number one. If we keeping it real about the producing, like everything that I did in my reality show was nothing that I hadn't already done before. Way even before I met Ebolo, bro. Like K9 chasing dogs, I been did that. Beer pong with girls, stuff that I been did. It was only a few things I hadn't done before that we got ideas that were inspired off of like YouTube videos. This wasn't some MTV producer that came up with these amazing ideas on their own. Like, yeah. That's not the case, all right? And if you go watch my show, you'll see a lot of the things that I did in the show I had previously done before, or I came up with a lot of that stuff because it was my show, all right? Talk to him on the phone, and I would try to figure out some way like, damn, that I do want to pay this dude, but do I think this nigga was worth this big amount? Fuck no. Hell no. Yeah, Ebolo is not worth that shit. No, not at all. Especially after putting me in this situation. Fuck no. So I would talk to him and I would try to figure it out. Some way, somehow we got to like a certain number to pay this dude. Cause not only did I owe him for the production of the show, but I also owed him for some funds from the second channel. Cause of that, I did send him some small payments. I do remember sending him some small payments. At the same time, I didn't quite feel comfortable with that number. Like,
man, I hate when people be trying to send their money like they really got it down pat, crunching numbers and shit. Nigga, I crunch you inside your motherfucking head. I would have kept it at this number. As soon as he would have sent me that shit, I would have been like, yeah, nigga, got your 15. Stop texting my motherfucking phone.
Although we talked about some stuff and we kind of figured out a number, I still didn't feel okay with it because I was still dealing with the show. I was still dealing with, the other editors and getting the show out. Like, I didn't even have the show out. Like, the nigga was asking for compensation for production of the show and the show wasn't even out. He was asking for compensation in like fucking August. September, October. I didn't even release the show until November. Hey. Which means I probably didn't even get paid for the show until like January.
Yeah.
Because I was releasing the show one episode at a time, one week at a time. The way YouTube works is like, if you put out a video this month, you're not getting paid this month. Right. You're not getting paid until like in the future, bro. So Ebolo would be asking me for payment like way before I even received compensation for the show. I was in a really shitty situation where I had to outsource and I spent so much fucking money. Like, I did not want to spend any more money. I just wanted to get some shit in return from the show. Then I could start paying them. By the time the show actually came out in November, me and Ebolo wasn't speaking at all. We wasn't on speaking terms at all right? Regarding the show, regarding the second channel, anything. We just lost complete communication, okay? The nigga was never blocked on my phone at all. I never had Ebolo blocked, nothing, okay? We just completely just fell out on communication. I remember trying to hit him up as the show was being released. Never responded. $100,000 into a show that can't even crack 200,000 views, all right? At the end of the day, I took an L, all right? I took the biggest L because I invested a shitload of money into a project that just absolutely didn't blast off. And point blank period, man, I just chalk it up as a lesson learned. Moving forward, nigga, I'm moving on, bro. I ain't doing no opportunities with niggas. I ain't doing no charities, events, nothing, nigga. I'm sticking to myself,
can't blame,
my family, and that's it.
Damn, boy. Damn, every time I do reaction on FREDO, DDG pop up. That shit crazy though, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe.